Was it like this in the Western civilizations too? Were teachers divine in those civilizations as well?
Right, okay, so first of all, I have to say I'm not an expert about Western civilization, but from what I have read, I feel that probably not quite the same way. I don't think so, because teachers are considered much more fellow human beings than divinity as in the Orient. We hear about, for example, I mean, what do we hear about Western civilization and their ideas of their teachers? You think about, say, for example, the sophists who taught for a fee, or Socrates who taught by asking questions and by discussing and opening up discussions. But he's not considered a god or a divine. He was considered a very fragile and person. In fact, he was found guilty of corrupting the minds of the youth and asked to, given an option, you can either leave Athens or you can take hemlock and kill yourself. And he said, I would rather, I don't want to leave Athens. Athens is everything for me, so I'll just take the hemlock. So he is still considered a human being. So, I mean, even when you take the medieval times, you find monasteries and teachers, they are still considered human beings who are conduits or go-betweens between God and man, but they were still man. So I think it's not quite the divine picture that you find in the West.
Yes. So now I'm going to come to you. So you're a teacher here for a long time. You've taught so many batches, many generations probably of students. But you are known as a teacher who's teaching medicine. But, sir, as a teacher, what are you actually trying to teach these students?
Okay, right. So, first of all, I want to prepare them for their future professional role and make sure that they can become good doctors. And the second thing is I also want them to be able to listen to society in general, especially, like the wider society. So the society consists of various levels of people, groups of people, the rich and the poor, the strong and the weak, and so on. Saumya mentioned power, a very important point. So I also want these future professionals to be able to listen to even the very soft and meek voices in society rather than the powerful voices, and to serve them and to help them. That's the second thing. I want to create a sort of a social consciousness. And the third thing that I want to give my students is the ability to balance things in life. To lead a balanced life, you have to have a nice work-life balance, be happy, be contented, not burn yourself out, and so on. So I think if I can give them these three things, a good future professional if I can prepare them for their future professional role, if they can listen to the quiet voices in society, the marginal voices in society, and if they can lead a nice work-life balance, then I think I've done my part as a teacher for them.
Yeah, so this is a very tall call, and this is a very visionary sort of aspiration for a teacher to have. Now, to do all that, probably you have to be much more than a doctor or a specialist.